Today, I'm going to stop you from destroying your backswing. Real quick, I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong in your backswing that actually affects your entire golf swing negatively. What happens when we try and rotate and turn too much? It messes up your swing sequence. And when you turn too much with the upper body, what happens is that arms and the rest of it, especially the lower body, tends to lock up. The arms get too deep down here and we end up having to sort of lift at the last minute. Because we're not using our energy and momentum properly, we're thinking we need to make a big turn with the upper body. So we make a big turn. It's like, oh yeah, I've turned 90 degrees, but my arms have only sort of traveled here and I'm stuck. So then I think, well, crap, I've got to get more energy, and I end up lifting up here, which then causes screw-ups in the downswing. That's just one of the issues of having too much turn. Inside takeaway, the list goes on, but it affects our sequence, your consistency and power. Let's fix it once and for all. We're breaking this into two parts today. First of all, to get away from that sensation of over-rotating the upper body, trying to make such a big turn, what we're going to do is just one tiny, easy thought. I want you, as you make a backswing, I want you to feel that your shoulder, your trail shoulder, my right shoulder, is only moving a few inches up this way. So if I was on a clock face, say 12, 9, 3, I'm kind of moving up to about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, this trail shoulder. I'm not trying to move it behind me too much. I'm just trying to move it this way. It will go behind us somewhat, but with this intention, trying to move my shoulder joint right here, if I move it up over there, what you'll see is I have inadvertently made more than enough of a backswing turn and rotation. But here's the thing, I am much more loaded and coiled up without getting myself in a pickle by turning too much here. That sensation of just a few inches does a number of excellent things, but it's also a wonderful thought and tip, especially out on the golf course. Because we can't be having many swing thoughts. Most of your effort needs to be put in setup, your intentions, but having one key thought, especially for the backswing and downswing, is going to make life a lot easier. So when you're setting up to the shot, as you stand here, the only swing thought you have is move this shoulder that way. Move it that way and see what happens. Now you'll notice my lower body is a little bit passive and restricted here. If I allow my lower body to move correctly, and that's what step 2 is, we will now complete a very powerful, easy on the body, reliable backswing, and in turn, full swing. Part 2, we've got that down. We've moved it a few inches. To facilitate a better movement and sequence, I want you to actually trust and allow your lower body to rotate more. If you're going to think of anything about turning, I would like it to feel like your hips are turning, that your knees are turning. The more we can allow our lower body to rotate and move behind us, in turn, as long as you're not restricting it, your upper body will get more than enough coil and rotation. But to stop us getting too flat and around, if the lower body is taking over, we combat that with that initial first move of the shoulder. Shoulder goes here, lower body goes here, boom, look where that gets me. A wound up, very powerful, if I was to throw the club from here, it would go a mile. Much easier than being stuck down here or having to lift up. The way you can just keep working on this is just have the club across your thighs, even by your knees, and just trust that you can allow that rotation behind. Be wary of dipping down this much. I'm not sort of dipping the knee. I'm staying level with the knees, but I'm allowing them to turn behind. I'm allowing my backside to rotate. And by doing that, I have a very powerful, easy golf swing that does not screw up my sequence. We piece those two things together. Take your setup, move the shoulder back, trust that you can allow that lower body to move. Boom. Effortless power most of the time. If you like that and you want better shots off the tee, check out this lesson. It's going to give you that effortless power and hitting your drives on the fairway with more confidence. Thanks for watching. See you next time.